Happy holidays. There's my wife's lovely mantle that she put lights on today. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get on to our playthrough of Darkest Night. Now, we're going to start, as usual, we've just been starting with our Druid. It hasn't had any game of impact to start with a different, or start a different player or character, so we're just going to start with him. Now, our Druid, he is still in wolf form, and he is in the mountains, and the best thing that he could do there is search. He doesn't have anything specific to help him search, so it's just going to give him one dice. But and the roll for there is a 4. Let me see if I can show that to you. And it's likely that he'll get treasures or a key. Yeah, he rolled a... Oh, where is it? Yeah, okay, there. Okay, so he does get to draw a map card to see what we get in the mountains. He got... I'm going to have to look this up. This is new. Anyway, he got Stardust. So let me see what that does. I'm not exactly sure. We're going to have to look that one up. That's in one of the expansions. Isn't too bad. Let me get this to focus here for a moment. I don't know why it's not focusing. Hold on just a moment. There we go. Stardust, it actually doesn't give you an item. It just reduces the darkness track by 1, which is really good for us this turn because that's going to move it back down to a 7. Not only does that help the entire game, but it also helps the monk who gets his patience ability, which gives him 3 dice to fight on a 7, on an odd number on the darkness track. So he's in a good place right there when his turn comes. But that is going to end the Druid's turn. It wasn't that eventful. He's still kind of hurting. I mean, he's could use some health, and his secrecy's only a 4. I mean, not great. But anyway, we're going to end his turn here, and then we're going to go over to the Scholar. Turn, whatever we're at. 9 for the Scholar. I don't know why I flipped that over yet. We haven't done his turn yet. Okay, you know what, guys? I managed to do it again. I did not draw an event card for him, for the Druid, so we're going to have to do that. Now keep in mind I already reduced the darkness track for his search, but he's got to fight a Bargest. He can elude or fight it. He might as well elude it. He's got as many chances to elude it, and it's the same number. And if he fails, he loses secrecy, but if he fails to a fight, he loses not only grace, but his animal companion would be out of commission. So he's going to use 2 dice to elude. Well, one of them was a 6 that knocked blights all over the board. Yeah, this is in the village. So he did elude the Bargest, and so there was no negative effect there. So just continuing on. Now we're going to move on to the Scholar. Sorry about that. Scholar is going to draw his event card. Dark Tempest. Man, I got to really remember to draw these event cards. I don't know why it's like a mental block. It's slipping my mind every time. I just want to get to the actions. So, Dark Tempest. Basically, if I did miss one, I'm just going to keep going. I'll probably miss more than one as we go. Okay, anyway, here's his. Dark Tempest says roll 3, then pick the result of any 2. Well, it could be good. So let's see what he rolls here. Our good old Scholar. A 6 and a 4. 6, he can move to the monastery. He's already in the monastery. Oh wait, what am I? Yes. We don't draw an event card if you're in the monastery. So, just going to shuffle that one back in. That actually wasn't too bad either. He would have gotten some bonuses out of that. Okay. Anyway, he's at the monastery. What he's going to do is pray. So actually, we're going to use those 2 dice to pray instead. Let's roll 2 dice, gain 1 up to, for each 3 or better. So, and he gets to refresh his power. So that's going. Let's show you what that's going to do for him here. First off, it's going to refresh his preparation, and it's going to give him 2 grace, putting him back up to 3. That's a lot better for him. But that is, so he's just stayed and prayed, and that's going to be the end of his turn. Nothing more is going to happen there. So on to the monk. What we're going to do is draw an event card for a monk. He found an altar. Let's see, what does the altar do here? I'm trying to read through my camera, but it's a little difficult. Roll 1 and take the highest. Okay. So how does that work? We roll 1 and take the highest. Well, there's only 1, so why would we be rolling more? Okay, I don't get it. Anyway, I rolled a 2. It says 1 to 3, defiled altar. Spend spend a grace, or the darkness track goes up 1. Is that a 1, 2? Yeah, 1 to 3. Okay, so he's going to spend a grace. He's down to 1. Yuck, not good. But he didn't want the darkness track to move because he needs it to stay right where it's at. So that's going to be his turn. Now again, he's going to lose his secrecy. He's in the space with the Necromancer as well. And he's got two blights there to deal with. Yep, I think we're just going to stay there and try and contend with the blights. The Necromancers may not move if he sees him, but he's probably going to follow him anyway, and we don't know. I don't know if I want that. Well, you know, there are no blights in the forest, so what we're going to do is we're going to take him and temporarily move him to the forest, because high likelihood with a secrecy, well, it'll go up to 4 if he moves. So maybe he won't follow him, maybe he will. We'll see. Hopefully he will either go to the forest or the swamp and chase the monk, or go to the empty, because we already have 3 blights at the village. We're going to have to contend with that really soon. But anyway, that's going to end the monk's turn, and we're going to move on to the Wayfarer. Okay, our Wayfarer, he's in good shape as usual. We're going to first draw his card. Is Dark Scrying is the event card he drew. He spends 1 grace or loses 2 secrecy. Well, he's full complement of grace, so he's going to spend 1 grace and go down to 4. Remember, grace is a combination of a bunch of things. It makes up your health and your well-being, your spiritual fortitude, etc. So he spent 1 of those. Now we're going to continue on with his quest. He is going to go after this quest again. He's going to attempt to elude. He needs a 6. He's got his ability. Yeah, that he gets to elude with 3 dice when there's no other heroes at his location, which is the case. So we're going to pick up 3 dice. We're going to roll. We did not succeed, so he did not defeat that. And you know what I didn't do last turn, and I need to. Is put a, if I can get to him, put, this will be the second one, put a time track or time marker on that. I've got to remember to do this as well, so this will be the second one. He's got to get that defeated quickly, or it's going to, he's going to burn through that and eventually get into trouble. We don't want this to happen. We got to conquer that quest there. But that is going to end his turn as well. And that'll end the player's turn for turn 9. Here we go with the Necromancer. So the first thing that happens is our darkness track goes up 1. Then, man, I'm sorry, I got a little bit of a cold today. It's hard to breathe, so I'm breathing a little heavy. The last couple times I recorded this, I had a bit of a cold. Anyway, we got the Necromancer here. He's got 2 blights. He's going to move. We're going to roll a 6-sided dice for him and see what happens, see if he spots anybody. He rolled a 5, so all likelihood he spotted. Well, he spotted everybody. The one closest to him is the monk, actually, so that's okay. So he's going to move to the monk's location. Kind of expected. He's following the monk around now. We're going to drop a map card and drop a blight there. I'm getting dangerously close to the darkness track, getting to the point where he starts dropping 2 blights. But for now, it's still 1. And we drew a swamp card. We got confusion in the swamp. So, or that's the location anyway. So confusion. Let me find confusion here. Here's confusion. If I can get it on the camera. There we go. And what it does is allow no tactics to be used. That's kind of bad because his main ability that he's been using to fight is in fact a tactic. So that's going to hurt him next turn. He's probably going to have to move away from there until someone can move back with like, for instance, well, they're all tactics. We need something that's not a tactic to take that out. Who knows? Anyway, that's going to end the Necromancer's turn for turn 9, and then see you next time for turn 10.